Shields up, Ironbreakers. How's everybody doing today? So I've been getting a couple of requests to talk about some of the new Monster Hunter World stuff because pretty much I haven't discussed Monster Hunter World since I came back from Gamescom. And even though there were a couple of new things that were shown at Gamescom, such as gameplay for Wildspire Wastes, as well as a couple of other things, and now we have the new trailer that's been new trailer that's been shown at the Tokyo Game Show. And again, people just constantly asking me, Rurikon, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts and all this stuff? And it's like, I'm almost ready to just go on a media blackout for Monster Hunter World, because you guys need to understand, I'm beyond hyped for Monster Hunter World. Like, it's one of those games where I just want to, I don't even want to look at anything anymore. I can't take it. It's just such a tease every time I look at something that I don't even want to look at it. I'm like, I'm done. Okay, you sold me. Now I don't want to see anything else except the game in my hands. That's the only thing I want to see from this moment onwards. It's kind of the way I feel, but I understand that a lot of you guys, you want me to talk about it and all that. So what I set up for you guys today is we have the two trailers, the Wildspire Wastes trailer as well as the Tokyo Game Show trailer. And after that, I have, I think, 20-something minutes of gameplay that was shown at the Tokyo Game Show. Unfortunately, the audio for that gameplay is dodgy as hell, so I'm going to have to try and keep it manageable, because there's police sirens going off in the background, and I don't know if someone just went crazy, had a heart attack with how good the gameplay was, and they had to call an ambulance, or what the fuck's going on. And now I would suddenly find that was actually the case, and I'm sitting here making fun of it. But it's I don't know what happened, but there was a lot of background noise with that footage, so I'm gonna have to control the volume to prevent you guys from getting your eardrums blasted by that shit. Anyway. So let's get started. First of all, we got the Wildspire Wastes trailer. So we're going to watch it together. And when we're done with it, I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. Actually, no, wait. We had seen the Wildspire Wastes. Yeah, that's right. We had seen this one before. I told you guys what I thought about this. We had the Baroth in here. It's just, I'm so excited about it. I forgot we had already talked about this one. But now I actually know the names of some of these new guys. Like this guy right here, he's got a really weird name. He's the Giratodus. Giratodos. I don't even know how to pronounce the fucking thing. I still don't get tired of watching this. This guy right here, he is the Huluyaku, and he's one of the favorite monsters I've seen so far, just because he's funny as hell. When he grabs up his little rock like that, he grabs up his little rock and just bashes it off. Oh man. And this guy's the Puke Puke. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but is Puke Puke. Diablo's coming out of the hole. We're actually going to see the detailed gameplay on that one. Obviously, we had the Anjanath there. Baroth, Rathalos, more Anjanath. I don't get tired of this music, though. The Great Jagras. Do my beat. I beat the Great Jagras bad. Then again, I also beat the Anjanath at Gamescom, which it was maybe a little bit too easy beating those guys at Gamescom. Still not a huge fan of the new Insect Glaive, but maybe I'll be proven wrong once I actually use the fucking thing. Ah, we know the name of this guy too now. This guy is, the big guy that was coming out? That guy is the Zora Magdaros. This guy right here. Zora Magdaros. Looks like some kind of fucking huge-ass turtle that is going to kill you terribly. Anyway. See, this is why there was a sausage, because this trailer was shown shortly before Gamescom. So yeah, bratwurst. Bratwurst for the Palico. Now, okay, here we go. This is the TGS trailer. This is the one we haven't seen.
It's like nature meant for us to build a Stera right here.
Stera. I like it.
We've got it all here. We've got hunters to do all the exploring, scholars to do the research, technicians to keep them going. This place is the beating heart of the Commission.
The operation will commence at daybreak.
It's coming.
Move out! Get to your posts now! Back in position now!
Might I ask, are you tracking the monster? Seems so easy. Walk on the trail, find the truth.
What in the heck is that?
God, that looks so fucking good. You can't deny it. You just can't deny it. Like, even people that maybe have never played a Monster Hunter game, you just can't deny it. You're just not gonna be able to help yourself, because you're gonna be like, oh dude, that Monster Hunter game is looking so good. It's looking so good. You're gonna want to get a piece of that. You guys know you're gonna want to get a piece of that. But yeah, so now we have a date. January 26th, which actually is going to wreak havoc with my schedule, because what this means is that, for those of you guys that aren't aware of another really great game that releases, well, I wouldn't say necessarily close to January 26th, but there's another really great game coming on the 1st of December, which is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So basically, I'm going to have to like play the entirety of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 right before I play Monster Hunter World, which is probably going to take me through the rest of the year. You know, it's just like, we're going to start off 2018 with a fucking bang if we're getting Monster Hunter World just like that early on. So a couple of cool things about the trailer that we just watched. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cut the audio and just play the trailer again. Couple of cool things about this trailer. So very early on, we can see that there is a deep focus and story with, particularly with all the lines that the characters are saying in a trailer. They're showing like a lot of voice work, a lot of campaign cinematics, a lot of stuff like that. Which I know that maybe some hunters out there are like, I just want to like go to the hub, hunt my monsters, and it's like you need to understand something. What if you also had like a really cool campaign to the whole experience, which is what we had with Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Like the campaign of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, at least in my opinion, was the best campaign I've ever played in a Monster Hunter game. Like forget fucking Generations and Double Cross, whatever the hell. Like Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate's campaign was fucking fantastic. When it comes to Monster Hunter standards, of course, because usually you barely even get a campaign. I mean, you just look at this. Just look at these cinematics that you're getting as they're preparing to hunt. This is the preparation for the Zora Magdaros. That's basically what it is. Like, that's when Zora comes out of there. Boom. And everybody's just setting up this big, massive thing. Like, you can see all of the ballistae and stuff, like, spread throughout the mountains. This is going to be one of those big hunts where you have to use ballistas and stuff. And I know that some people are not that into it. I personally am not that into the massively huge hunts where you have specific mechanics. I'm more of the traditional hunts. But, like, something like this as, say, like, a big climax and story. I mean, hopefully not the end, because I don't want this fight to be like the end fight. I don't want them to have shown what the end fight looks like at this point. I'd be really disappointed. So hopefully it's not the end fight, but like say the story is climaxing or something and they're just like, boom, here you go, this fucking big set piece. You fight the Zora Magdaros with a big thing. And I don't know, I'm excited about the potentials for the campaign. Now, something that I would like to see, and it would be unprecedented for Monster Hunter, would be the single-player campaign to be able to be played in co-op. Like, think Lost Planet 2. I don't know how many of you guys here played Lost Planet 2. If you haven't played it yet, I would highly recommend it. I mean, if you have other people to play it with, because it's a fantastic game if you're playing it in co-op. So there's like some really cool stuff in Lost Planet 2, which I feel they could use here. Like, for instance, this scene right here where you see, just back up a little bit, you see these hunters here, like, you know, like maybe one or two, I mean, they're not all hunters. I think one of them's like an NPC, and then there's the Palico. But like, imagine if you could have a whole party of your friends and you would all be in the cinematic. Like, wouldn't that be fucking fantastic? Like, say, someone's the host, right? So they take the lead character's spot or whatever. Anybody else who's in there would just, like, be animated in the cinematic. Like, no voice work for them, no nothing. They're just, like, other hunters that are there. But that would be friggin' awesome. Also, Sober Corwin, thank you very much for summoning the Sun Bros. Tip of the hat to you, sir. But as I was saying, it's just like, I don't know, I'd like the single player campaign to be playable by multiple people. You know, it could be just an optional thing. Like, you would still be able to have the single player campaign experience with all the cinematics and all that comes with that. But like look at this. There's a guild gal there, but besides the guild gal, there's two hunters there in a Palico. Like, why couldn't those just be actual player characters, you know? That'd be friggin' awesome. And then we see a lot of new monsters. Some of them have not even been named. I mean, obviously, this is the Great Jaguarus. This one, I don't think it's been named yet. Then you see a couple of more hunters and stuff. But it's just like a lot of cinematics. So they're really, with this trailer, they're really letting you know, like, look, there's going to be a traditional single-player campaign, and we know Monster Hunter players aren't used to it. This is what it's going to look like. And it is cinematic as hell, and it is looking real good. I'm excited. I'm very curious to see what they do with this single-player campaign. And obviously, the gameplay just looks fucking phenomenal at this point. We also get a glimpse of that new area. I don't even know the name of the new area with the spores and stuff, but it looks like there's going to be areas where gases are going to be going up, and you can use the flying mantle. I don't know the name of the flying mantle. It's isn't it a flight suit? I don't know what they call it, but either way, you're going to be able to get that. And you're going to be able to use that to reach higher locations. Most likely, you're going to be able to use those gases to mount monsters as well. Crisis PD, where the gun lancers at? Dude, I'm a fucking gun lancer. For this one, I'm going to main the gun lance. It's going to have the nostril blaster. And you guys know me. I love the nostril blaster. Nostril blaster is going to be a fucking beast. It's going to be beast mode. So yeah, but that's pretty much what I take of this trailer, is that they're going out of their way to show you that there's going to be a lot of campaign stuff, and it's looking pretty good. at least in my opinion. I'm curious to know what you guys think about it, but like, I don't know. I'm excited. The more I see, the more excited I get, which is why I'm saying, like, I don't even want to see anything else anymore. Just like, stop. Just give me the game from this point onwards. I don't need to see anything else. I'm sold. I'm sold on this bad boy. But anyway, let's go take a look at that gameplay I was telling guys about. Oh, by the way, this dude, does that look like, wait, I'm going to check it before I say it this time, because last time people came down on me pretty hard. Pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't this dude over here? Yeah, this guy. Doesn't this guy remind you a little bit of the Nargacuga? I mean, it's not the Nargacuga because it's got like serpent-like features and stuff. But it reminded me a little bit of the Nargacuga. Except for the serpentine features in his face, because the Nargacuga had fur. So I don't know. And this dude just like, what the fuck? Like some weird fucked up rat. And then we got the Puke Puke again with the big ass tongue. And it looked like he's got poison coming out of his ass. Like in there, he's literally farting on people. And this is the... Is it the Nergigante? Yeah, this one right here is supposed to be... At least I've heard someone say that this was like the new cover beast for Monster Hunter World. Was this guy. This is the Nergigante. Nergigante. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to pronounce that, but it is interesting because gigante means huge in both Spanish and Portuguese. So there you go. Thank you very much, Silver Corwin. But yeah, this trailer is looking good. Now let's have a look at that gameplay I was telling you guys about. So this is the gameplay. Yeah, see, you can hear like the sirens in the background. I'm gonna keep talking until the sirens go away. Either way, this right here is the quest camp. And you guys can see over here the tent. This is where you can go and change your gear whenever you want. At any point. As a matter of fact, I should be able to pause this at some point here to take a look at some of this stuff. Okay, you can see all the weapons in here. And this little dude over here was a bit of a speculation point the first time they showed this. Because a lot of people thought, oh, it's a new weapon. No, this is the... This is a kinsect, and kinsects are going to be separated from the insect glaive so that you can... So basically the idea is if you feed one kinsect and you level up one kinsect, you're going to be able to use that kinsect in any insect blade you want. And thank God for that, because like insect glaives have always been such a pain in the ass to figure out the upgrade paths and all this other bullshit that you got to do with it, that a lot of times I'd just be like, dude, I can just upgrade sword and board, not even have to worry about it, and I have to be sitting here thinking about what I'm going to feed this fucking kinsect, and then it's going to evolve into friggin' 9 different paths, and it's just like, no, stop. Just make it stop, okay? Needs to be simpler than that. The game is complex enough by itself. And here you can also see your charm, so you get your armor pieces in here. Then you obviously get your weapon. You have your charm. This is the mantle, and... Not exactly sure what this box is about. This might be the items that you have, and this could be like some kind of a mine or something. I don't know. I don't remember some of these things. But yeah, obviously everything is Japanese. Looks like he's picking his weapon. He's going to go with a great sword. Oh, I thought he was going to do gun lance. Yes, I was wrong. So there you go. He's picking up his charms as well. Obviously, he's probably trying to activate some skill with that stuff. Then you got the different mantles. You can only have, I think, one mantle equipped at a time, so you have to pick appropriately. So if you take the Challenger mantle, you then can't swap to the... Oh, looks like you... What is the thing below there? Oh, it's throwing knives. Looks like it's your throwable item. And you can also change, like, your Palico's armor and stuff. Your character is going to be customizable, just like we've always seen in Monster Hunter World. As a matter of fact, they showcased a little bit of the customization in the Tokyo Game Show as well. You can instantly see the scout flies flying off in the direction they're trying to locate the monster. What's this? Oh! You get to eat while you're in camp? Interesting. So you can change your food buff while you're in camp. Oh, looks like Gilgal over there is going to prepare some food for you. That looks nice. You got some friggin' shrimp in there, some meat. Wow. They're going the extra mile to make this food look extra delicious. You guys see, you can hear the friggin' sirens. I don't know what's up with these friggin' sirens. That's why I have the volume so low. I'll put it back up once the sirens go away, because I think like halfway through the video, those sirens are going to bail. Looks like he's changing his gear a little bit more. Again, I don't know a lot of these armor pieces. It's a good thing that you guys can't hear it then. I'm gonna be raising the volume once I can tell that the thing gone away. Anyway, they're picking up some of the markings from the monster. As they pick those up, it is going to essentially start tracking the monster a little bit better. These are the different campsites that you have in map. You can travel. You can fast travel between them so long as you're not in combat. If you're in combat, you can't activate this. But as you can see, there's another campsite here. You can go to another campsite. You can also just walk there if you want to, but you can also use fast travel through the means of the Murno. I think they're called Murno, the monsters that carry you. Looks like going to be climbing up. Oh, nope. He messed it up. You can see that the scout flies are basically telling us you should climb up. It looks like this person is whiffing it repeatedly for some strange reason. There you go. That's how you climb. I don't know. I think the monster for this hunt is going to be the Baroth, because this is Wildspire Wastes. It is not the other spory looking new map that they shown in the trailer. This is Wildspire Wastes. So there is a Baroth in here, and there's also a Diablos somewhere. Again, just following the scout flies. Looks like there's actually 4 players in this hunt. So I'm assuming they're all out searching. I wonder if that means that the scout flies... Oh, looks like they're already engaging. They've already engaged the Baroth. That's the quest target. There is an actual traditional lock-on in Monster Hunter. So it's not like the old Monster Hunter lock-ons. At least there was one in the Gamescom demo. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the final retail version. But unlike, say, for instance, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate and Generations, where like you press one of the L buttons and your character turns to face the monster, no, there's a traditional lock-on where you know, just like a Dark Souls lock-on, and you can lock on to a monster and your camera is going to constantly rotate around the monster depending on which position you are. So you can also use the old one though, so you can still use the one where you just tap it and it points you towards the monster, or you can use one where it's just like constantly locked on. Also, you'll see me scratching my nose a lot because my fucking allergies are there kicking in. But anyway, it looks like we got 2 great swords and an insect glaive. And I think there should be one more weapon that I'm not seeing. Ooh, I just caught a glimpse of it. I don't know what the weapon... Oh, don't tell me it's 3 great swords. Like, that's a little bit overkill. No, it's a bow. So there's a bow, insect glaive, and 2 great swords right now. They're all just going at it. We actually have the glaive user mounting the Baroth right there. He's still on top of him. Not sure if you guys can see properly, but there's the insect glaive user is on top of the Baroth. He's still on top of it. Jesus Christ, that's a long mount. He's hacking away at the head, spinning in there, and he finally got thrown off. Looks like the friggin' siren's cut off, so I'm gonna put a little bit more audio for you guys. Nope, it's still in there. Jesus. Hopefully it's not too loud. He's charging, but he's gonna whiff. Come on, dude. Land those friggin' charge sword hits. Come on. Land that shit in there. There you go. Also, there are damage numbers. I mean, we've already discussed this. I'm not a huge fan of them. But you can also turn them off if you want, so it's not a big deal. But just basically some people are going to be seeing it. It's one of those things that I think Capcom just feels it's necessary for the game to become a bit more accessible, is for people to know how much damage they're dealing. I've never thought that was a big necessity because usually you can tell, like, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes into a fight and I still haven't broken off anything. I haven't seen the monster, you know, like I haven't seen him start to stumble around and stagger. Probably means I'm not dealing that much damage. That's the way that I see it, but like some people just like to watch damage numbers, and Capcom wants to appeal to those people. I do hope at some point one of these two changes weapon. I think eventually I thought there was some Gunlance footage in here, but I'm not 100% sure. How many large monsters do you think there will be at least at release? I have no idea. Like, so far, I think, well, large monsters, I think we've had maybe 15 revealed so far, so I'd expect potentially twice. Like 30, 40 large monsters, maybe? I don't know. Because then you're also going to have, like, probably some form of variation on them. Actually, there's 3 large monsters in this map. There's also the Gyraetodus. Gyraetodus? Gyraetodus. Shark-looking thing. Looks like they're setting up for a barrel. Not sure they're gonna get... Oh, he blew up right in his face. He's upset. He's mad at that barrel. That barrel was not a kind thing to do to the poor little dude. He's just like, what the fuck, man? I'm just sitting here having fun with you guys. He's going to start rolling in the mud, which I'm assuming is going to increase his defense. And he's also going to be able to use the mud as an attack. Ooh, the tail swipe. Come on, you're going to tell me you didn't see that tail swipe coming? There we go. He was going for the mount, but he didn't really get the mount. The mounts work just like in previous Monster Hunter games, so basically you have to do aerial attacks until it triggers the mount. Oh, it looks like we already have somebody mounting. Look at him. He's charging up an attack in the face. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, and he got him. He got him good with that big charged attack in the face with the greatsword. Now it looks like they're trying to go for a tail chop. Not sure you guys are going to get it. Well, they're doing good work. They're getting to work on that tail. And was that a tail chop? Oh my god, he went up against that friggin' rock and tear it down. Yeah, that was a tail chop. You can see it right there. They chopped off the tail that is in the ground. You can carve it up now. And they went to work on that tail. They got it down in one... Well, then again, I guess I'm not too used to playing Monster Hunter with 4 people. Usually I'm either playing solo or just with one friend. So it takes us a little bit longer to get some tail. Surprised he's not taking more damage. Maybe that Baroth is a little bit nerfed. Because I know they nerfed some of the builds they've been showing to press to just kind of make the experience a little bit more easily enjoyable and easily digestible by people who are not Monster Hunter pros. Oh, looks like there's an actual indicator to tell you when you're in stealth. I hadn't seen that. Yep. So there's an indicator in map. It becomes purple, and then everything just kind of darkens around the screen. That shows you when you're in stealth. Although I'm not entirely sure what this guy's trying to achieve being here in stealth. Oh, I guess he's sharpening his shit. Okay, so you can move away, stealth, and then sharpen your weapons. Yep, that's a useful thing. You're probably going to need, like, the ghillie suit. The stealth mantle. That looked like a triple charge. Good job. With the slap attack to link into the nether charge. Ooh, 95. Looks like there might have been a little bit of breakage there. Dude, that insect glaive user is just going to town on the Baroth's face. I'm surprised. And you can see the bow attack with the little balls falling off. That's a bow attack. We've barely seen the bow user, but he's been there just shooting the monster. But like, I'm surprised the insect glaive user is able to punish the Baroth so much in the face, because usually that frontal section of the Baroth is like super, you need like mega sharpness in order to break through. But that insect glaive user was just like nailing it. And you can see him swapping between the different positions. He went from the head, now he's in the back. You can also go all the way up to the tail, I think. At least in the Anjanath, I was able to go to the tail. Oh, that looks cool. I gotta say, that looks cool as hell. I'm not a huge fan of this insect glaive right now, but the fact that you can do those crazy acrobatic-looking attacks looks real cool. Poor little Baroth is struggling. He's like, no, Leaves the Baroth alone. Jesus, I think they're just going to take him down. I don't think the Diablos is even going to have to make an appearance on this one. Maybe the Juriatados will show up, though. There it is, Juriatados. Right there. Looks like... No, they're basically all trying to mount him. Jesus, the massive amount of damage. Look at that. Look at the Juriatados just grabbing him. Oh, that looks so cool. That was like 500 damage for that attack, which is pretty impressive. So now there's 2 monsters on screen, though. And that Baroth looks like he's pretty weak. But I'm not sure if the Juriatados are just going to focus on the Baroth or how much he's going to focus on players. And looks like they got him down. But we have more gameplay. Questo clear. So they just completely ravaged. They just ravaged that poor little Baroth. He just got abused 6 ways from Sunday. I think that was the first time I saw the insect from the Kinsect Glaive guy coming out. I don't think I've seen that insect the entire time. So either the dude was just like not using the buffs at all, or I don't know. Anyway, let's move this a little bit forward. Let's see what they got next. Dude, this friggin' siren shit. I wish they would have fixed the sound. Looks like they're going to the Ancient Forest. Is this an Anjanath hunt? It looks like they're doing an Anjanath hunt. What weapons are we using here? Oh no, they're at the Wildspire Wastes again. Oh, looks like we're gonna get some bow action. I haven't seen a lot of the bow yet. I don't think a lot of people have seen just like straight up ranged gameplay. At least I personally haven't seen it. There's the Baroth. Although I'd really like to see some friggin' gunlands. I'd like to see the Nostril Blaster one more time. It looks like he activated power coating. At least that's what I would assume. If you look at the bottom right-hand side, you can see the coatings. And since it's red, I'm assuming it's power coating. I don't use bows a lot, but I think red is power. Oh, I love that. Oh, and he missed it. But I love when he scrapes the arrow off the ground and charges it up. That looks real cool. Looks like he's got 43 power coatings too. So you do have to kind of manage the coatings just like you have to manage the bullets. Okay, he's going to go for a volley attack. There it is with the little spiked balls, but looks like he missed it. Oh, he killed a little... Oh, he killed a little bird. Little bird. What's wrong with you? I killed a Baroth. Don't kill the little bird. Yeah, bow's not really my weapon. Looks like we got a longsword down there, as well as sword and board. I still don't know what the 4th person's using. Yep, there it is. There's the volley attack. He landed it. Doesn't seem to be dealing that much impressive damage. Like, that's 1 damage per hit. Very low damage. Okay, the other person is using dual blades. We just saw him go in there doing the Rafflecopter move. I'm going to dub that. Oh, scraping it off the ground. Come on, come on. Land that shit. Yeah, right in the face. Yeah, it looks like bows are still going to be more, in terms of debuffs, I think. You're going to want to use them to, like, apply paras, apply poisons. At least that's what you would use them the most for. It doesn't seem like the damage... Because, like, with the greatsword, we're seeing, like, ticks of 50 damage, 30 damage. And here, I haven't even seen 10 damage off of the bow user here. So that's not particularly impressive. As long as it's contributing for something. Maybe it's contributing a little bit more for the breakage. But it doesn't look like it. Yeah, bow just feels real weak. I don't know. Atlantis Prince, the UI is also fully customizable. So you can turn on and turn off as many things as you want. Like if you can see there at the top right hand side, you can see that there's like controls. Those are like telling you all the different things you can do with the weapons. Once you master a weapon, you can just turn that thing off. The energy gauges, if you want, you can turn them off too. The items down there, you can turn everything off. It's just going to make it harder for you to use items if you turn every little thing off. But yeah, everything's customizable, so that's good. Yeah, I think the bow, it looks like he's got like a green thing going, but green is not poison. I don't know what the green one is. It's like the Baroth's going to be getting away there. Volley contributes a lot to the stagger meter, says Sensual Muffins. Okay, that's good to know. Right in the tail. Got him right in the tail. Looks like we got a mount. Did we get a mount? No, we didn't get a mount. They're all still on the ground. Okay, that was a good volley. That volley got some damage off. We do have a mount right now. Is that from... Looks like it's from the sword and board user. Yeah, because the long sword's on the ground. Dual blade's on the ground as well. Yep, that's a mount from the sword and board. 17 damage to the face. Now, personally, if I was the sword and board user, I would have gone for the tail. Oh, we did get a tail chop. We got a tail chop in there midway through the mount. Or they might have gotten the tail chop earlier and I missed it because, like, the resolution and stuff. I mean, even if it doesn't deal that much damage, it certainly looks cool as fuck, though. You can't deny that. He's trying to go for a volley, but I don't think he's going to land it. Oh, he did land it. Color me surprised. I wonder if the volley is hitting other players as well, because I know that on the current Monster Hunters, it definitely does. Oh, damn! That was a lot of damage. Nice dodge. You're going to have to turn to the other side. Oh, don't tell me the turning is still limited. Looks like the turning is still limited. Like, I remember a lot of times missing Wyvern's Fire because I couldn't turn enough. But it makes sense from a logical standpoint. That you wouldn't be able to, like, hold down the bow that long and then still be like, oh, I'm just going to turn around now. I'm going to rotate my entire body while I'm doing this. And it looks like that's all we get. So as far as I'm concerned, people have been asking for my opinion on all the stuff that's been revealed so far, and it looks fucking fantastic. That's all I can really say. I mean, there's not a whole much more to say than looking at the gameplay footage. Now, I've already played it at Gamescom, so the one thing that people might have questions of is, but how does it feel? Does it play like a Monster Hunter game? And all I can tell you is, if Monster Hunter game was a modern game, which currently, let's face it, actually all of the Monster Hunters are somewhat dated pretty much since friggin' PlayStation 2 era. So it's like, it has this oldish feeling to it in terms of the controls and whatnot. So all I would say is that this Monster Hunter feels more responsive and more fluid, but everything else feels extremely familiar as someone who plays Monster Hunter himself. Feels extremely familiar to what I've played on the 3DS and all that, but it just feels more fluid. Like I said in the one video that I did, because like one of the things that changes is like, for instance, you know how right now in 3DSs, you know, you press like for instance the R button, and R button does everything from running to lifting up your shield to using the modifiers for the different weapons. You get the idea of what the R button does. Well, since we have two proper triggers in the controls now, what it's going to do is they swap that to the R2. So basically, if you want to block, you press R2. If you want to, if you're using a switch axe, you want to switch into sword mode, press R2. If you're using the gun lance and you want to block, press R2. If you're using the gun lance and you want to shoot Wyvern's Fire, press R2, triangle, and circle. You know, it's going to feel very familiar. The difference is you're not pressing the R1 button, you're pressing the R2. And what the R1 button does is for running. And basically, if you have a weapon drawn and you press R1, it will automatically sheath your weapon and prepare you to run. So again, it just feels more fluid. It just feels like a modern Monster Hunter. It's like if Monster Hunter was made on current generation platforms, this is what it would feel. This is the closest thing you're going to get to the feeling of how you play Monster Hunter, at least as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, one of the things that has changed is you now have a traditional lock-on, so you can actually lock on to monsters and remain lock-on to them instead of using the old just like tap. You can still use the old tap if you want to. That's an option. But yeah, other than that, like everything felt super familiar. The difference is obviously there's new moves for some of the weapons that I didn't get to master. Wyvern's Fire was still the same. A lot of the stuff that you do with the switch axe also felt the same, as well as sword and board, which were the three weapons I used. Another important thing though, if you guys remember, in order for you to like, if you're using switch axe for instance, and say your switch axe is sheathed, and you want to like go into a jumping attack and come out of that jumping attack in sword mode instead of coming out in axe mode with the switch axe, right? For in the current generation Monster Hunters, you'd have to go like R1, triangle, circle, all of these things at the same time while you're coming down on the monster. Well, in this Monster Hunter, all you have to do is press R2. So you're in the middle of the jump, press R2, your character automatically draws in sword mode and does the attack, which is much more convenient than having to press a 3-button combo. So that was really good, in my opinion. And yeah, most of the combos, I'm still going to have to relearn them because some of the stuff has changed. Some of the linking combos have changed as well. You still have that combo with the switch axe where he goes like, whoa, 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 like nonstop swinging the axe. You still have that one. But yeah, it's just, this is Monster Hunter, and I'm excited. I think everything we've seen so far looks fucking fantastic. And like I said, I've seen enough. Just give me the game now. That's all I need. I don't need you to show me anything else. As a matter of fact, stop showing things, because at this point, it's almost borderline spoilers. Please stop. But anyway, that's all I really had to say on the topic of Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Breath of the Wild. No, it's not Breath of the Wild. It's going to be like zones. It's not going to be open world. It's going to be open zones. You're not going to have loadings anymore in between like, mini maps and stuff. But you still have like a big zone. Like say you would have the volcano map in Generations or something of that nature. And here you will have the volcano map as well, but the volcano map is not separated into multiple subzones. It's just one big map. There is somewhat of a separation to it because the zones are marked, but that's just for organizational. So like you can tell to other hunters, oh, I found a monster is in zone something, because like you can free flow through the two zones and just keep going. Is there a good campaign mode in World Shadowmancers? I believe there is going to be. That's something that they focused a lot on the Tokyo Game Show trailers. So I believe the campaign is going to be good. I just hope, like I said, I just hope the campaign is going to be co-op, hopefully. One can only hope. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much all I can really talk about in terms of Monster Hunter World, because I don't have any other new gameplay to show, because Socks, who was supposed to send me some gameplay footage, still hasn't sent me any gameplay footage since friggin' Gamescom. Socks, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? But anyway, I figured